Let's give Lola a round of applause. Lola, how do you feel? How do you feel about your vision coming to life here?
I love this. Everything has been very inspirational to me, and in the first panel, one panelist almost made me cry.
Why did it make you cry?
I don't know, she was just being super inspirational.
Which panelist was it?
It was Kayla.
Kayla. She always ties on the heartstrings, doesn't she?
Yes.
She used to be my old roommate.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, Allison, we are going to go through what's the scoop with KCDD. We talked a little bit about kind of those folks in the room that have learned something new. We're going to leave you with some action items, some takeaway. We really wanted, through Lola's leadership, to inspire you to become an advocate with the council. We work on all of these issues in Topeka and in Washington, D.C. at the state level, and we can't do it alone. You met, of course, Lola. You met Whit. Allison's been running around sweating all day, and I'm Sarah Weir, I'm the executive director, and get to work and advocate alongside these three ladies and our council every single day. And we actually have some new council members that are going to be joining us. One lady in particular in the front row. Greta, do you want to stand up and wave? And we have several parent advocates, and then we have folks that work for state agencies that work with people with disabilities day in and day out. We also have on our council Colin, who you heard from. Colin's also a staple at the State House. Austin, thank you. Austin also signed up for like 8 committees today at our meeting, didn't you? And then you've seen Carrie kind of lurk in and out. She had to go back to Wichita, and I'm gonna embarrass him. Jason Crippen. Jason, stand up. Who knows Jason? Jason works with us on a lot of our transition and education issues, and his role will be ever growing with our small but mighty staff. So let's move in from the learning today. Let's go to that main slide. Lola, can you talk a little bit about what the Change Agent program is and how we want everybody here to join us?
Okay, so the Change Agent program is something that I am leading for the council, and I'll just, and most of the stuff that I'm probably going to tell you will be in your folders as well. There's a flyer about the Change Agent program in there. And the Change Agent program is basically just that. We're trying to bring in more, we're trying to get more self-advocates, advocating on issues that are very important to them. And through the Change Agent program, we can make change quickly with the agents.
Quickly with the agents. As we kind of talked about that in that last panel, and Lisa knows this, and Colin knows this, and Austin, we only have 3 months in Topeka to make positive change for our issues, because we, and you heard that from Laura, Susan, and Stephanie, we have a citizen legislature. So they all have day jobs in addition to driving to Topeka. So we're going to need all of you to join Lola's Change Agent program to do testimony like Whit talked about, to help us write letters, do social media posts, and fight these discriminatory laws that are holding our population back. So Lola, there's an email on there, and you're all going to be contacted.
Yes.
Anybody want to sign up right now? Yes.
Yay!
Awesome. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the legislative issues that we have going on into next session. You heard a lot, I'm sure, throughout the day about the IBD waiver waitlist. Is anybody impacted by the waitlist? We got a parent back there. Anybody on the waiver now getting services? Okay, couple. Colin, you know all about this. So we're going to be fighting like we did this past legislative session. We helped and so many of you in this room helped us fund 500 new Kansans with intellectual and developmental disabilities to get waiver services. That's the most we've received in almost 8 years, thanks to your advocacy. So let's give that a round of applause. We also capped it so it can't grow. Next year, we're going to be asking for 500 more slots so we can get our wait list, which has reached an all-time high, to 0. Every person in Kansas that has an intellectual or developmental disability should get waiver services and not have to wait. So we're going to need you all to help us contact your state senators and state reps to make that happen. The other big issue, and Whit, I'm going to let you talk about this, is the issues surrounding the workforce crisis in Kansas. We do not have enough people to help support people with disabilities. And so Whit and Allison, through our health equity work, are starting to work on that. So Whit, do you want to talk about some of those workforce issues that we talked about? Increasing rates for direct support professionals, PCAs, benefits, yeah.
So for the workforce crisis, raise your hand if you have people that help you out during the days, like a direct support professional or staff, PCA, things like that. Okay. So what we need is for those people to stay working with us and stay helping us. But to do that, they need paid more, right? Okay. And benefits. Um, they need paid more. They need benefits. They need to be able to save for retirement. So training so they can help better.
And more choice for people with disabilities to choose who they want to work with.
Yes, and more, yes. We need to get more choice out there. So those of us who utilize PCAs or direct support professionals can choose who works for them.
So those are going to be our big two issues going into the next legislative session. And as you've heard from all of our panelists and Lola today, we're going to help you. We can't do this alone. I think that's been the message all day long. So our small but mighty team with our council are going to develop talking points and action alerts and emails, and we're going to help you every step of the way. The other thing, in addition to making calls, emails, and writing letters that we're going to need help with, is a lot of what Whit talked about, and that's providing testimony. Sometimes we're going to have a lot of notice to go to Topeka and give testimony in front of these state reps and state senators. And you saw 3 very friendly faces today. They're all like that. They're all just average people, right? And so Whit, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about just why the testimony, like you talked about earlier, is important, and how we're going to need every voice in this room.
Is that what I did that one time in Topeka?
KDS?
I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So giving testimony it sounds kind of scary, and it can be scary, but that's okay. I know that it's just so, I think that for the other people, like when I gave testimony once in Topeka at a KDAD's budget hearing, right? Sarah and I were there, before I actually spoke, but there weren't very many people with actual lived experience talking, giving their testimony. I know Colin was there. He did. I did. But other than the two of us, I don't think. Yeah. So, and as I was giving the testimony and looking around the room, those people, I think that what we go through can actually create change when we share our story. And I think what we go through and experience can have an impact on lawmakers, on people who are making these decisions that directly affect our life. When we, if you get asked to give testimony, just say yes. Like, even if you're scared, like, we'll work with you to find a way that works for you. Like, if you want to write, if you want help coming up with points, if you want to write your points, you want help saying it, we can help. But if you get asked, just say yes, and then we'll talk about how we can help.
I love it. Another point from today. Just say yes. Right, and I have to brag on her for a second, because when we testified on advocating for 500 new slots, right, Colin, after she wrapped up, the assistant secretary got to the podium and goes, I wouldn't want to follow that speaker. Right, Wood? Yeah. Well, I know we have covered a lot of topics today and talked a lot about how you can raise your hand, make your voice heard, and speak up.
Yeah.
So I think we wanted to end with just a couple of questions from the day, or about advocacy or any of the legislative issues that we're working on. So we'd love to spend the next maybe 5-10 minutes before we wrap up. If there are questions, yes, Penny?
Will it be tomorrow, next year? Can we do this again? I'm sorry, I'm excited.
I would love to this next year. So
Okay, we'll be there.
I'll keep you in the loop.
Okay, thank you.
We also, yes, I think Lolo's saying yes, there will be a next year. This is going to become an annual Speak Up and Speak Out conference. We also are going to be working on our own advocacy day at the State House, so everybody write down February 12th. It's a Wednesday. We'll also provide scholarships, travel assistance, to help you help you get to Topeka, and we want you to bring all your friends and your fellow advocates.
Can we bring our parents and guardians?
Absolutely.
Sorry, what was the date on that?
February 12th.
Okay, usually it's in March, right, when we do Advocacy Day?
Well, council's never really hosted an advocacy day, so this is our first one.
Okay.
We want to do it sooner because with the legislative session, if we wait too long, there's a process called turnaround. So once a bill hasn't moved, it will die, and we really want to get in there and advocate for our issues sooner in the process. Any other questions about the day or comments, feedback? We'd love to hear from you.
Good job, you guys.
Good job, Lola.
Yeah, I just want to comment how well done you all when you host these. I just appreciate how well done everything that you guys host are. It's just incredible. It's a great experience. Learn a lot. And just appreciative of all the different voices you bring into a room. So.
Our friend Kelly, all the way from the swamp.
Listen, I just wanted to second what he said, both as a panelist and as a person who's been listening to the last couple of panels. Lola, you owned it. You did an incredible job setting this up. And thanks for giving me a chance and bringing me out here.
And I'd like to repeat and echo back that the panels have been great and interesting and very well done. The ice cream was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, oh, Lisa, did you wanna? Okay.
I just wanted to proudly say, Lola, you're a rock star.
And Whitney, you've been awesome up there. with
Thank
your
you,
information.
Any other tell 10 friends. Leave this room, send us 10 friends, 10 emails to Lola. We're going to get you on our listserv, our action alert system, and when we go to the State House on February 12th, our day, we need you to bring family, friends, and other advocates to join us because we're going to be armed with our legislative agenda. And like we did with the 500 slots, Austin knows because he followed it every step of the way with us on the council. We're going to get another 500 slots, and we're going to pass some legislation to deal with our workforce crisis in Kansas. Great question. Anything else?
We
Well,
were,
yeah.
sorry, we are just having a great time, we love it here. And we were wondering, is anybody getting together tonight? Is there a party or anything fun going on?
Lola's house, no.
I mean, if I have to.
Anybody? No? No parties? Nothing?
I think you're hosting. What hotel are you at?
We're at Courtyard.
The
No,
Courtyard
we're at
lobby.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, Courtyard lobby. See our friends here for the after party in the hotel lobby. Well, before we wrap it up, again, thank you all for spending the time. I'm going to let Lola wrap it up. We're going to get you on our listserv. Everybody put February 12th in your calendar. And Wade also wanted to talk one more opportunity to get involved that is more self-advocacy than legislative advocacy.
Yes, I just also wanted to share that as a council, we're starting a mental health support group for people with IDP. So it hasn't started yet, so I don't have like a sign up like QR code or anything yet. But everyone has Lola's email too in the folder. My email is wit@kcdd.org if you want more.
What's the first date?
November 1st. It's going to be the first Friday of every month. We will have a mental health professional there too, each time.
Again, and thank you everyone for coming to this conference. And also thank you to those who gave me very positive feedback that made me almost cry.